Whoever gave me a like, thank you so much. Hi, perfected one. So if you guys hear that again, that's my dog. He saw me pull up the phone, and as soon as he did, he was like, I'm gonna go in the bathroom. So hi to everyone who's coming in the room. I wanted to jump on because I did a precursor to what we're going to be doing tomorrow. I wanted to expound upon it a little bit. There's a certain reason why I did not choose a topic, because I want the callers to choose the topic. So, for example, if caller A calls in and says, I want to talk about bias against black women in the community, and this person feels that there is a lot of bias against black women, then I am going to ask the people who are in the chat room to come in and state if they're for or against that topic. And if they're against that topic, I'm going to ask them to leave the last four of their telephone number, and then I am going to pull their call. And then I'm going to ask each side to discuss why they feel the way that they do. And I'm going to ask the people in the chat to decide who is right based off of what they present. I do want everyone to have some fact, not just based on opinion. And there's a good reason. Hi, Toddy. Hi, Gemini. Hi, Miss Jennifer. I do want to get everybody to start thinking more, because if you guys know what I know, and you guys just went through all of these lives tonight, lives and Twitter page, I'm gonna be honest, I did not go on one Twitter page, but all these lives and comments and Instagrams, I was dizzy. I am dizzy right now. Like, I'm hot, I'm sweaty, my air conditioner works, y'all can hear it, but it was a lot. Yes, I did. I was going to call in Miss Jennifer, and I just couldn't, because first I was laughing too hard, and then I was like, wait, where's this whoa, like, the caller Logan, the other caller named Sean, the caller who neglected to name herself, like, she should have made up a name, Betty, Bippy, whatever she wanted to be. She didn't make up a name. And I was just like, I'm so confused. And then Miss No Nonsense jumped in and she went off. And then I was watching Michelle's live, and Josh called in on Sean Bradley's live, so I had to log in on my laptop, but I was already on my laptop doing the slideshow for my impending call-in. I was dizzy. I don't know if y'all were. I was dizzy tonight, because you're halfway laughing, you're halfway trying to disseminate the information that's being said. Is it factual? Did you hear it before? Is it researchable? I was dizzy. I don't know. You guys tell me. How did y'all feel about it? Miss Jennifer, everybody else. Gemini. Gemini, thank you. Are you still in the room by chance? Please let me know if you are. Okay, perfect. Gemini, okay, so as you guys know, all of these lives started earlier today. They started earlier this morning, meaning who properly bona fide or properly live, she did a live about callers. And then VS Conscious, and that's why I'm asking you, Gemini. Um, no, you're not late, Miss Najuda. You are not late. You're right on time. But VS, and I know Janantre is a subscriber to my channel too. I wish Janantre was up right now. But VS Conscious, I saw a lot of people, and this is for Miss Gemini. Miss Gemini, I saw a lot of people saying that either you were blocked from VS Conscious or you had said some disparaging remarks about VS Conscious. I was going back and forth in there because I was driving and then I was talking to clients. Oh, okay. So you blocked them because they blocked you. Okay. Well, whatever happened, I'm not going to get involved with it. It has zero to do with me. I was just like, I happen to know that specific subscriber, so I was confused. But hey, mazel tov. Not everybody is for everybody. I get it. You may not like what I say and wind up blocking me, or I don't know. So I'm sorry that happened. Sorry about that, guys. YouTube is kicking people off left and right tonight. Just so y'all know, maybe they are like, we are tired of y'all drama. So everybody's getting kicked off. So again, Miss Gemini, I'm sorry for whatever's going on. I didn't see anybody talking bad about you. I just saw that people were saying stuff like you had been blocked, but they never really went into it. I didn't ask. But like I said, I also saw that Miss Janantre was blocked as well. And I was like, what is going on? Like, what did I miss? But it is what it is. I can't fight every battle. So again, guys, talk to me briefly. We're going to do this briefly. Hi, Miss Nation. And yes, Miss Jennifer, I knew I was, but I'm trying to get it together. I switched back to Wi-Fi. It was on my other, I also bought a MiFi, so trust and believe, we got backup for backup. Guys, what did you think about the callers tonight? First on Sean Bradley's live, because he went first. I did see Josh's lives, and I even left a comment and I was like, I cannot stand you, because Josh is the type of person who, he is absolutely right. His representing counsel probably looks at him and in their heart of hearts probably laugh internally, but they know they have a job to do. And they probably charge him a little bit extra for retainer just because of how off the mark he is. Anybody who tells you how to get your own private cell in jail, you seriously need to sit them down. Like, we need to discuss options for you, because you should not have that down pat. You should not have your outfit with your black Kleenex and be able to shake your shoulders to do it. I can't. I was just like, I could never represent Josh, because the whole time I would be staring at him and giving him the side eye in court and be like, I can't with you. I can't. I don't even know if you being serious with me right now. Like, or, I can't. Like, that's, Josh is a lot, and I love him. And anybody who says I'm gonna act my age and you're bigger than me in all aspects, like, Josh is off the chain, so I'm gonna be petty. Like, he's like, so I'm gonna be the person that I am. I'm the little person. Like, wait. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I watched it once, but what Josh was saying just ingrained in my brain for probably the next couple of days. I have a meeting tomorrow morning, and I'm probably going to be in that meeting cracking up because somebody's going to say something that sounds something like Josh. It always happens. I don't know, y'all, but you could see that Josh was like, why do y'all keep coming? And he's right. Here's the thing. People need to take sexuality out of this. And the reason why I say this is because the American culture and society, we are so conservative when it comes to sex. To this day, everybody claims that they are a freak and they do undercover stuff and they buy all the toys and all of this stuff, but you're still a conservative because there are things that we can't talk about. There's still things that are NC-17, rated R, all of this stuff. And we need to stop. And thank you, Gemini, for putting his info in there. I don't care. So that being said, take the sexuality out of this topic. I don't care what Josh does in his spare time or who he does in his spare time. Well, let me put an asterisk on that. If he does anything under the age of 16, I have an issue with it. Other than that, do you, Josh, to the fullest. Some people are like, why 16, not 18? Because 16 is actually the legal age of consent in the majority of the states. So that's why, guys. That's why. Do I agree with it? But y'all see all of these little girls with children. But, okay, so in the state of Georgia, it's 17. All right, so anything under the age of 17, Josh, don't do it. Don't do it. But other than that, do you. Do you to the fullest. I don't want to know what you do because it's not going to benefit my life. But for people to be like, oh, you should support Madison because you sound... And they're going off of his voice. They're going off of the inflection in his voice. And that's the funniest thing about it. But people are like, he sounds like this. I know some men who sound feminine in certain aspects. And honey, let me tell you, they're 1000% man. They 1000% do what they got to do with their wives of 20 and something years and know they don't have a background or a history. So we can't judge. We can't judge. But let me know what y'all think with Josh and Sean and I saw the post because someone sent it to me, the Twitter post of Madison's, and yes, it was doctored. They called it cut and paste. I'm going to say it was altered legal document. It was altered. Josh and Michelle are telling the exact truth and saying that everybody was served with orders of restrainment, meaning that everybody has to stay away from everybody. And then again, there were special stipulations that no one acting in the agent capacity could harass on the other person's behalf. Otherwise, the person who they were doing it for, the actual agent, proprietor, whatever you want to call them, they would be held liable in court and face up to 20 days confinement. I'm sorry, it says, let's see, the battle is not being straight, gay, or transgender. Thank you. Yes, Miss Nation. It is a matter of right or wrong. And I was talking to Miss Cross tonight, and Miss Cross said something that was so prophetic that I cracked up and laughed and said, I have to say that on live with you on the phone. Miss Cross said, it's coming down to Madison's true issue with Michelle Brown. Pausing, y'all. Yeah, she cut and paste. The papers were cut and paste. If you actually go to Michelle Brown's live, Miss Nation, you'll see it. But back to what I was saying. Madison is upset with Michelle because Michelle showed Kaya the truth. We're just going to put it out there. Michelle told Kaya the truth. Michelle pointed out the numbers, the facts. She gave her the visuals. If you take a look at it, when Michelle I don't think Kaya knew, and this is an assumption based on the escalation of the matter after Kaya did her initial video after she left the chateau, to Madison's rebuttal, to Michelle's take on the matter. So if you go through that whole, week and a half, 2 weeks, Michelle posted her video stating that basically the information that was given about the time frame of the filing of the trademark was inaccurate. Prior to Michelle posting said video, Kaya had made a video stating she was not going to go back to the chateau. However, her and Madison would continue doing the Queen's Court Live and continue filming, but she was not going back to that basement. So it was never as bad as it was supposed to be. When Michelle came to the forefront with receipts and facts, I think that was the final nail. And I think that's where the whole claim of insertion came from. And again, this is me stepping back and re-reviewing everything as to why Madison would be so upset with Michelle, but still have, quote unquote, per legal documents, love and adoration for Kaya. So you guys let me know. Am I off base with that? And I'm sorry, I just got a message from my mama. So when it says mama, you know you got to pause and look at something. Think like you can't. I'm not with you, Toddy. I'm not. I can't with you, Toddy. But no, honestly, that's what I sense with this. And the only reason why I sense that is because there's pure hatred for Michelle. And I was like, why does this person hate this person so much for just stating public record? She didn't really say that you're a liar. She just said, hey, I looked this info up and it said this. Hey, question mark. I think what happened, and if guys, you tell me, because Michelle's video was posted, 2 to 3 days prior to them doing their live event in DC. And I don't know when Kaya saw that video, but I can guarantee you it probably happened within 24 hours of her going on that stage in DC. And that's when Kaya was done. That's when she was like, are you kidding me? I think that's what this is all about. Because no matter who you believe in the court drama portion of this, all sides are saying that Madison was on record stating, I love Kaya, that's my sis, we're friends, I still love her, blah, blah, blah. Her anger and resentment was predominantly towards Michelle. All sides have said that. All sides. So you guys tell me, is that true? Is that not true? Madison changed the name because technically, and honestly, we were all duped, including Madison. Remember the Kaya page that everybody thought was Kaya's? And remember how that person was posting original videos of Kaya? And that's when she came out and on her her Instagram page and was posting said videos, and everybody was like, oh, she's posting receipts. She owns the Queen's Court. She owns the origination of Queen's Court. She has intellectual ownership of it because she can prove as early as 2010. Remember, we all did it. And it wasn't even Kaya. It was a super fan. Whoever that was a super fan and was like, I'm going to keep my money and I'm going to keep Kaya's money too. So that person proved intellectual property on behalf of Kaya. That's probably why Kaya ain't even really going after that person. Kaya's just shutting everything down to shut it down. So that's why. That's why Madison changed the name. She couldn't prove it was hers. Another subscriber reached out to me and asked me why Kaya hasn't sued Madison for recoupment of monetary gain from this whole debacle or employment. Here's the thing. Verbal agreements in most states do not hold water in civil cases. Meaning, if you and I are Ace Boon Coons and we decide to do a YouTube channel, it goes viral, and we're besties, and we talking about it, and we're like, oh yeah, we doing this show together. We never sat down and contractually wrote out how much I was going to put in, how much you were going to put in, how much I was going to receive, how much you were going to receive. That's what I kind of feel like what happened with Kaya. Kaya can't, yes, Toddy, get the paper and pen. So, Kaya can't go after something that they never agreed upon. Because she can't prove it. She can't prove it. There was no recorded conversation. There was not a third party that was of mutual understanding, meaning lawyers involved. I mean, she can't prove that they said they were going to split all monetary gain 50-50. So she can go to court and say whatever, but Madison can come back and say, oh, I agree to give her $1, and that's what I gave her. Here are my receipts that I gave her $1. Or whatever the dollar amount is. And in the court of law, unfortunately, you have to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt, whether it's civil or criminally. You have to be able to prove it. With civil cases, it's called preponderance of evidence, so people have to assume or think. If you go by jury or if you go by a bench decision, then you have to, but still, you can assume, but the assumption has to be of a clear and concise thought process, meaning it is reasonable to believe that this conversation was held based on this person saying that, and this person being a third party that is not attributed to either side, or based on these receipts. And T.S. Madison has said receipts. Whatever amount of money that was provided to Kaya is the receipts. And from what it sounds like, from when Madison was showing their card, Madison stated, I paid Kaya through. So sorry about that, guys. YouTube keeps bouncing people off because I'm watching something on my other internet access point and it says the same thing. So, hey, people have left, people are leaving, that's fine. Can Michelle and Kaya legally go? No. Miss Nation, yes, I saw that and I'm back. I'm sorry. To answer the question, hi, Enrique, for Miss Nation. No, they cannot. And the reason why they cannot is because it's a matter of public record. Did she alter it? Yes, but she did not alter it in the stance that it says something like, oh, Kaya and Michelle are ordered to pay X amount of money and stuff like that. She just altered it to favor her, but nothing in the sense where it was derogative. So no, they can't. Now, can she be held in contempt for falsifying government records? That's the question you should have asked, Miss Nation. And to that, yes. So if somebody was being petty and drinking their petty juice and being the size that they are, and they decided to reach out to the judge and show them that, then yes, that is falsification of government documents. That is illegal to do. But they cannot go after her monetarily. It is a shame. It's cute, but it's a shame. I saw you talking about Pee Weezy. I think Pee Weezy was trying to cash in a couple of coins on this. That's where I'll leave it with that. It says it was Kaya's show. It should have been 70-30 in Kaya's favor, and she did most of the show. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. No matter if someone has the intellectual aspect and someone brings the financial background, in matters of independently owned businesses, it should always be 50-50. Cut down the middle. Equal partnership. When it becomes uneven, this is why stuff like this happens. YouTube is going through it right now. I think everybody is uploading and trying to get their 2 cents in. So I do apologize, guys, that it keeps going in and out. But I will continue to go back in and out for the next 15 minutes and 45 seconds. And then after that, I will give you back your time. Or maybe sooner than that. So we've talked about that. We've talked about... What do you guys think about Michelle's... I don't even want to call it a clapback, because Josh had the clapback. What do you think about Michelle's rebuttal for tonight's case? What do you guys think about what she had to say? Any commenters? Okay, so I'll share my opinion. With regards to Michelle's aspect of it, I think, once again, Michelle can be quite dangerous. Didn't watch it, but personally, I know Michelle isn't built for the drama. Everybody keeps saying Michelle's not built for the drama. Here's the difference. Michelle's clapback is an emotional clapback, and Michelle can get in trouble, and Michelle can start a lot of trouble that way. It's very important that when you clap back or you they should allow Madison to hang himself. Mandigo did try to shut her down. Same here. I'm on Michelle's side. I'm on the side of the truth. I just want to be honest with you guys. I'm on the side of the truth. Truth is, people are doing way too much. Right. But I think Michelle is more emotional than not, meaning she has to be careful with her words. She needs to, every time she needs to speak out against something, she needs to take a breath and then speak. And the reason why I say that is she's kind of like Nene Leakes. You guys know when Nene gets in her feelings, it's no holds bar and everybody's business comes out. That's the danger I see with Michelle. I don't know if it'll be dangerous for her opposition or her, but that's what I see. Because when I noticed her tonight and she was getting agitated while speaking about what happened, you could tell it, like, she was trying to choose her words and she was telling herself, think before she spoke. But there's going to come a point in time where she's not going to catch herself. And I think that's where we might see, like, the nuclear bomb. I do like the fact that she did speak. And okay, guys, and that's something else I wanted to bring to everyone's attention real quick. Quick timeline. She began receiving those threatening phone calls and threatening text messages February 25th, the weekend of February 25th, if everybody remembers. She did not file the TPO until March 21st. Why do you think that is? What do you think could have happened in that roughly 30-day span? It's funny you say that. I think Josh knows a lot more about the legal system than a lot of people will ever give him credit for. Josh doesn't... What Josh was saying, can anybody point out anything specifically that they know given the evidence and given everything that we know is true to date, can anybody point out anything that Josh has said that Madison and anybody acting as an agent for Madison can run back to the court and get further actions taken? And I think Kaya ignored what's going on because Kaya's got some money coming in that we are all... There's another thing that I don't want to call it my super sleuthing, but as my mama would say, my nosy self found out. People, just like court orders and court appearances are public records, so are certain pending business deals. Why don't you guys take a little mosey on to Miss Deb's page if you know how to contact Miss Deb and Viacom? See what you find out. Yes, Miss Carla. Josh needs a friend for public relation purposes, but he does have a publicist. He said so himself. So someone's training Josh, but I'm going to tell you guys, even though y'all feel like Josh is walking a fine line, that line is pretty thick, and he has not said anything yet. I'm writing yet cursively with my cup. Yet that will get him in any legal trouble. So yes, they filed a false, and they actually should have been sanctioned for that, but they filed a false police report and gave the name of someone, said no nonsense. I don't even know why the police even filed that. I don't even know why it was even admissible in court. Yes, it was later thrown out by the judge, but it should not have even been heard. The judge should have requested all information at least 24 to 48 hours in advance so that he could review and make decisions based in that hearing what was admissible and inadmissible ahead of time. So, back to why, Kaya has a different reason not to say anything. Turnabout is fair play and karma is a mug, and I'm going to put it like this. The Lord has a hand in everything. You know how somebody was singing about securing the bag, and they had all these deals, and they had Bunham and Mary and, you know, all these contracts. None of them contracts were signed. But Kaya has a signed contract. Hence why now it's at a live venue. Kaya ain't paying for that venue. Hence why there are certain times that people who are there can videotape and in certain directions. Like, Kaya had a bigger production than anybody noticed. And if you notice, Kaya went from a dark DJ booth one week to a whole lighted stage in a whole nother week. So again, guys, remove your feelings and your thoughts and everything like that. Pull it back and tell yourself, who just secured the bag? Who just came out on top? And who just really got a contract? Look at what you're doing. Look at from, you know, don't take my word for it. Look season 1 and 2 of Black Ink. They were looking crusty and dusty on Black Ink in season 1. In season 2, that place was well lit, clean, painted to the tilt. Everybody had fresh weaves, fresh makeup, fresh boob jobs, fresh tattoos, lightened skin. Like, come on now. You guys let me know. What do you guys think about that? I know some of my subscribers are probably opening up separate tabs in Google and Firefox and Safari. Yes, Killa. Hi, Killa. Killa, I got your message and I want you to know I am trying to work my schedule around being able to talk to you tomorrow. Please don't think that I won't. Um, but Killa, you were right. If Kaya got the bigger bag, it explains Madison's behavior. Look at how people react to things. If you're not a threat, they're not going to react to you. That's the case in point. If people are not threatened by you, they're not going to react in such a manner. They may fire a warning shot and say, hey, I'm not down for your drama. Don't bring it here. I'm going to play nice. You keep messing with me, I'm going to put you on blast. But all of this, the falling out, carrying on, I'm the victim, oh my God, the whole community hates you, all of that, where did that come from? So that, great question, Killer. Great question or statement. Let's see, look at it this way. Madison helped Kaya soften up and not be too harsh with her words. Absolutely. And to be honest, I think that's something, Kaya is looking at this as a lesson learned. She learned how to play the game. She may have got burned, but she didn't get burned for a lot. And she gonna come out on top because someone said it, Kaya gets her money up front. I can guarantee you, her contract with Viacom, Blueface got a check up front. Little confused, Kaya has my heart because she remind me of Lauryn Hill against... Ooh, she brought up Lauryn Hill. That's a different subject for a different day. Miss Hill... Miss Killa, if this is you, if this is the Miss Killa, I think it is, and thank you for the follow on Instagram. So Miss Killa knows my personal info, and she'll tell you that what I post on my Instagram is completely different from this, if it's the correct Miss Killa. That being said, Miss Killa, remember how you stated that there was programming and glitching? I think Lauryn Hill was programmed, and I think she had a major glitch, and I'll leave it at that. They helped each other until one crossed the line. I don't know if they helped each other as much as one was helping the other as long as it benefited them in the long run. And there is a distinctive line between the two of helping one another and being mutual beneficial, as opposed to I'm going to help you because every 10 cents I put in on you, I'm getting $1.15 back. Does that make sense? And you don't know no better. So you're feeling like, because think about it. Madison allowed Kaya to promote her song. Well, 9 times out of 10, it was the song where Madison was featured on. Madison was expecting monetary recoupment from said song. I mean, every episode they could have played a different song. I mean, there's so many other ways you... Sorry about that, guys. As I told another subscriber, you have to look at it in this sense where Madison was holding the keys to the kingdom. And she let the key slip. That's all I'm going to say on that. I don't know the thought process behind it. It's just a lot. And it's really sad. And I think people see people who are creative as easy pawns because the person is so heavily involved in what they're creating and the product that they don't understand all of the stuff in the back. So it was a good thing she crossed the line. Or Kai, you're right. You were right. For those of you who believe in the Most High, who believe in God, Jesus, Allah, Messiah, Krishna, anybody you believe in who is the Most High, Muhammad, you guys should know that entity has a hand in everything. And what happened that night in the basement in February was nothing but the grace of God. I believe in the Lord, so I'm going to say nothing but the grace of God. That's what happened. That was nothing but the grace of God. I think there were a bunch of warning shots fired on both sides. So I'm not going to sit here and say it was just one-sided. On both sides, I think there were a bunch of warning shots, and the Lord was like, get it right, get it right, get it right. Okay, you ain't going to do it, so I'm going to do it for you. Slice. And it was done. And then he said, she, however you see the entity, said, not only am I going to end this, but I'm going to unveil all the truth. And I think, and again, I always say, all of us can learn a valuable lesson from this scenario, because it teaches you how to be a good partner, a good friend, but also be true to yourself business-wise. It teaches you how to not look at things for face value, but to also look at things retrospectively in its entirety and do the research for yourself so that you are protected. I am a true believer that you manifest your own destiny and you manifest what your own outcome will be. So no matter how everybody sees this and messiness and blah, 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 the truth is the Lord had a hand in this. And I said it on my review about the whole Monique disposition in this. The Lord protected Monique that night. And nobody can tell me no different. I think there was some underhandedness. I'm not going to say I believe in the Illuminati completely. I do believe that there are certain sects that are evil. If you believe in heaven, you have to believe in hell. So I believe there are certain evil sects, sects, that have hands in people's undoing. And I have commented about the lot before. I believe they do have ulterior motives. I know that a member of the lot does, and lot would be 3 people I'm not going to name. There we go. But the lot stands for LOT. Those people, I believe that, see, yes, perfecting one it is. But the lot, I think they had ulterior motives that night. I do believe that Kaya had some information that would have decimated Monique. Because if you remember, like I stated before, Madison had provided the information that night, and that's per Madison and per Kaya, for that certain roast and review. We never understood how and why Monique was going on that show in the first place. So that was nothing but the grace of God for everybody involved, because we can only imagine what would have happened if that had gone down. And there are certain things you let the Lord do their work, and that's it. I do believe. There you go, Miss Jennifer. Thank you. Miss Jennifer will put it out there. I'm not going to say it. Because those people, honey, there are a lot of skeletons out there. There's a lot of bones, graves, black ties, broken eggshells, whatever you believe in, it's there. So, there are certain things I don't want to dwell in. So, yes. Let's see. Yeah. Kai was part of the situation, and I don't know if you guys believe in the conscious community and believe in the African gods. If you don't have to, but please do the research on it to understand people's motives and how they react in certain situations. There is a god named Oshan. And if you ever listen to Kaya, she will say she is of the Sun tribe. She is a daughter of Oshan. I believe Oshan protected her that night. That is her entity. That is who she believes is her God. Somebody protected her that night. There you go. And you're right, Miss Old Girl. Yeah, that is the absolute truth. And it's more than Freemasons. And I will share a little bit about myself so you guys can understand kind of more of my background. My mother is an Eastern Star. She was married to a Freemason. So, no, Miss Carla, please don't be scared. do the research. Just Google Eastern Star, Google Freemasonry, Google Boule, which resonated from Southern California to be exact. It's really funny. But Google all of that and understand it. Don't watch the scary videos with the scary music on YouTube. Don't do that to yourself. But please do Google that information and you'll kind of understand it. But yes, my mama is an Eastern Star. My aunt is an Eastern Star. My mother was married to my sister's father. I have one sister who we are 10 years apart. So my mother was married to him, got divorced, met my dad, got married, and then had me. But she is still a practicing Eastern Star. So when I talk about celestial planes and things like that, and how everything has a hand in everything, and how you can speak stuff into existence, couple that with being, I'm not from the South, but my family originates from the South. I'm first generation outside of the South, to be honest. I can tell you that certain cultures believe in certain things. So I don't practice witchcraft or nothing like that. You will not see an altar in my house because I think my mama would burn my house down myself. But I do believe in certain things where I believe in people will speak ill on you or speak evil upon you. So you have to protect yourself with God-like rituals. That's what I'll say. Miss Nation, I have never been, well, I've been asked once, and I regret saying no. I would say if you ever get asked again, do your research, consider the chapter you would be in, because a lot of the Eastern Stars, at least the chapter my mom and my aunt are in, they do a lot of public service. And my aunt is a foster parent. So they do a lot of good for the community. So it depends on if they're doing the right thing. And I'm going to ask my mother before I post it, but she actually gave me a picture of her indoctrination. Of course, she didn't tell me about the ceremony, but she gave me a picture of it, and it was an all-black chapter. So those are some really important things. See, and everybody says crabs in a barrel when it comes to black people. I think, again, guys, I think that's the stigma we need to fight against. We can't always say that all black people, you know, we always say, hey, we're not all the same. We don't always look the same, and we don't all look alike. But we perpetuate that when we say things, I don't want to be involved with black anything. We need to be conscious of our own powers, our own strengths. And just like there are certain Caucasians who don't mess with each other, we need to be that way. That's all I'm going to say. So, I mean, to each is his own. I get it, because crabs in a barrel, we all know what that means. But I think we need to do a better job of being more nice about how we view each other. I'm going to try to go through and look at some of the stuff. Let's see. I addressed that one. I addressed that one. I've addressed that one. I addressed that one. Miss Killa, how many pages do you have by chance? Because you came in as Killa and Old Girl, and I love you for it. But I'm like, how many pages does Miss Killa have? Oh, black magic. Got it, got it. Black magic. You're right. I will never put roots on somebody. You will never catch me in a graveyard digging up nothing or burying nothing. Lexi, don't get down like that. I'm not scared of graveyards, but you shouldn't be doing all of that. I did not. I gave a brief, hey, I went there, they were dressed in all red, and I quickly logged off because they were talking about someone's sexuality. Miss Morgan, Miss Jennifer. So, just so you know. No. I haven't even read the comments because I'm like, I don't want to seem jaded. With the QSC, or is it SQ, Supreme Queen's Court? Is it SQC or the QS? Lord have mercy, I don't even know the title of it anymore. Madison Show. I have not watched or reviewed Madison Show. I will tell you what review I am going to be uploading. I'm going to be uploading reviews on the Tupac and Biggie story on USA Channel. Why is nobody covering it? I watched that. It is a great series, and I'm learning so much about it. Yes, there's theatrics. Get past the theatrics and get to the information that you didn't know before. So I'm going to be uploading that. And if only 2 people watch that review, then I don't care. That's 2 people who may tell 2 people to go watch the show. It is a good show. Everybody's always talking about what? The Versace killings, love and hip hop. Let's talk about some stuff where 2 legends, 2 men who were speaking existence and life into our communities were taken from us, and nobody has ever been held responsibly in a court of law. They may have been held in the court of the Most High, but they were never held responsible in the court of law. And I want to know who did it, and I want to know why. That's me being nosy. So I'm going to make a review on that. Everybody watches USA Gemini because people watch wrestling. Hater. I mean, we have to start. Have you ever noticed, and you guys tell me, because I'm going to be honest with y'all, I tried to watch Love and Hip Hop, and I just, every single time I turn to that channel, within 5 minutes, I'm turning off of the show. I don't watch Love and Hip Hop. I don't watch, Baby Mamas of America, or whatever that show is called. And Teen Mom, I don't watch Jersey Shore. I don't watch No Housewives. I don't watch Sweetie Pies, or whatever it's called, or Hustle and Soul, or Your Husband is Cheating on Us. I do watch RuPaul's Drag Race, but that's only because of the makeup and the costumes. But I don't watch none of that stuff. And I don't watch it because, okay, so leave it to Stevie. I watched 2 episodes, and it was predominantly when his kids were visiting him towards the end. So, but even then, whenever I saw him and Miss Jocelyn going at it, I was like, I can't. Oh, Stevie, I can't. I was like, I can't understand her. She looked like she gonna cut somebody. She's too pretty to be doing all of that ratchetness, and now y'all got a baby involved. Like, I can't. I was tired. So I can't. Like, you will never see me do reviews on those shows because it hurts my head to watch them. It really does. I just can't get into it. It's not funny to me. It seems, yes, you're right. Everything that, when I did watch it, and they were talking about fecal stains and pink underwear, I was like, that's not funny. I'm not laughing. I did not get my 15 chuckles. I didn't even get my 1 chuckle. Who's laughing at this? Or when she, yes, I just called Madison she, it's easy to do, simulated giving oral on what looked like a baby blue pacifier rattle, and if you got any type of like young child in your life, you're like, I'm just grossed out at this point. You want to go throw away all the baby toys. So yeah, I tapped out. Tupac and Biggie are oddly similar to, you're right. You are right. And I think that just like, if you guys ever watched the Versace series and the assassination of Versace, you're absolutely right. It shows what people are willing to do in order to get fame. And you're right, one or both of those individuals can wind up hurt in an attempt for someone to be like, yeah, that was me. I shot or I stabbed or it was me. You know, like, think about it. Think about John Lennon. What did John Lennon do to the person who killed him besides make a song? And the person claimed to be a John Lennon fan who did it. And I'm sorry, guys, I just had to plug in my phone. But it's crazy. It is crazy. Because I'm just thinking, like, who's next? And you see all of these celebrities getting broken into, or stalkers, or people flying across the country and across the world because in their head that person loves them or hates them or disrespected their favorite and all of this stuff. Like, yo, it's not that serious. I don't know you. You don't play. Like, I do not ever want someone to be a super fan of mine. I can be my own super fan. Because if I was, ooh, no, I'd be like, you know what? I need a restraining order against you. You're extra. I appreciate the fact that you appreciate who I am as a person, but all of that, you need to go talk to somebody. No. Nobody should ever be like, that's my friend, or that's my subscriber, that person will not only hurt you. If you cross them, they will hurt everybody else. So no. Oh no, Gemini, it can get that far. Never discount somebody's feelings. The worst thing you can ever do is hurt somebody's feelings. I was taught that. Worst thing you can ever do. Let's see. Yes, there is a very thin line between love and hate. And people joke about it, but the truth is, no, y'all have seen that. How many times have y'all seen people who broke up with somebody 5 years ago, but that person's stalking them, or they stalking their exes, or all that crap? Like, like, let it go. You're the one who broke up with them and moved on. Like, now you I call them tree jumpers, because they hiding in the bushes with binoculars and stuff. And true story, I'll have to do a story time about this. My second ex-fiance, y'all don't judge me. I judge myself every day. My second ex-fiance, we broke up because he cheated. He cheated, got someone pregnant. It was a whole blah, 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 and whatever. He knew I had a male friend. And when I say a male friend, this person was gay. But he was the shoulder that I cried on, because I knew it was a safe shoulder, you know, because you never want to be taken advantage of. And this happened years ago. To be honest, I was 24 when this happened. So this happened about 11 years ago. I came home one day, opened up my closet. True story. I have a police report to prove it. And my ex was in my closet. He said that he had been in my closet for hours, waiting for me to bring the other individual back to my place. I'm not going to say what I said to that person, because I said it in a court of law, and I have a concealed weapons permit because of that incident to this day. But people get in their feelings. True statement. That's why I don't mess with people. Yes, Kaya and Faith did, and everybody was talking about, oh, Kaya's just trying to get on Faith's jock and blah, blah, blah. And it was just a mutual picture. And I think that Faith really supports Stevie. So I think that's why she was there. Yes, Gemini and A's, yes. And I'm not going to put that individual's business out on the street, but they have and had a propensity for violence. And I say that because before before I knew this person's past, that person had served 6.5 years in Folsom State Prison for voluntary manslaughter. So be careful. That's all I'll say. There was a reason why I had everything that I had granted in an expedient manner. So everybody always laughs off stuff and says, oh, y'all think it's just drama, you putting too much on it. You can never put too much on it because you never know what people are willing to do. Oh, no. Okay, there's a difference between me being 24 and me being, I'm 35. So me being 35, you better believe the moment that you give me your phone number and you tell me that you're interested in me, I've got your name, your mama's name, your brother's name, any close relatives, any relatives who live within the continental United States, your last 5 addresses, I got it all. There's a reason why. Oh yeah, that was one thing. I'm gonna put it as a I don't want to call it a screenshot, but I'm gonna put it as a thumbnail. So I'm gonna have to cover the bottom because I can't show my ID number. But I don't know if you guys can see this and see what it says, because it's covered right now by the comments. But oh yeah, that's 60 pounds ago. But there you go. Somebody tried to call me out on me being licensed. There you go, people. And I will also show the expiration date. There you go. Same picture, same badge that I carry every single day, and the expiration date, you may not be able to see it. It says 11/10/2021. I just cannot show you the ID number. So that person who's probably lurking or will watch this video later, there you go. Any other questions? Since you wanted to proclaim that I was not who I said I was. Okay, we're gonna move right along. So I do encourage everyone to do background checks or ask a million questions, because you never know. And to be clear and honest, I won't judge you if you have a criminal background. Everybody has a criminal background. There's a big difference between a career criminal and doing something. And when I say career criminal, to me, career criminals are not that intelligent because they keep getting caught. Some of your best criminals are the ones who never get caught. That's all I'm going to say about that. But why lie? I see the blue lights flashing. Yes! Yes, Miss Nation. Miss Nation just called me out. I have been doing a lot of research for y'all. It's going to be an interesting live call tomorrow, because I'm not going to act as a moderator because Miss Perfected One got me on lock for that. I am going to act as I don't want to say fact finder. I don't want to say truth gatherer. How about this? I'm going to substantiate or dispel any claims made on those calls. That's what I'm going to do. I actually have a pad, and I hope you guys can't read the name on the pad, because then you'll know what corporation I work for, and I could get in trouble for that. But I will be having a leather bound pad. I will, with every caller that speaks on either side, I will be notating as best as possible, and then I'll be referring to any notes. And as you can see, this portion is quite thick already, and the reason why it is thick is because I have a idea, the topic or topics that people are going to be calling on. So I want to be able to give the caller or callers who do not have all of the facts, the information where they can go find it for themselves on either side. Yes, it's 11:22. So with that, I am going to give you guys your time back. I should have been off about 24 minutes ago, so I apologize. So good night. God bless. Light and love, guys. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And please, even if we only have 5 people in the chat and call in tomorrow, please be there tomorrow, because I can promise you, because I just feel it in my heart, this is going to be a call in not to miss. So have a good night, guys. Bye.